All right, so inside, can you guys see everything good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your bald eagle app. Then you come into the eagle app, come into the source, and then here's kind of where we have our model view controller set up. We're still kind of figuring that out, working on that. But so for example, if I open this up in NetBeans, can you guys still see okay?
Yeah.
All right, so as you see here, here's kind of our layout in NetBeans of what we have. So we have our controller here. This is kind of our view. We're going to probably be switching this to be our controller, and this will be more of our view. We're going to rename this probably view.
Okay.
But so for example, this Eagle app.java is like our main one. So what Matt has done is basically started the class and you printed out everything. So if I run this program, basically does the following. It says, all right, this application is designed to help eagle enthusiasts to track and find eagles through crowd reporting. Then it pulls up these questions, and then you just basically, so right now it's at this part right here, where there's a scanner. And the scanner waits until there's user input, and depending on if it's 1, 2, or 3, if it's 1, which is the one I've been working on, the report eagle, it goes to the controller package, to the report eagle, and it does the report method, which is this one right here. And this is the one that I'm working on currently. And we've kind of just assigned these to different people that were here last week. So this is the one that I'm working on. Find Eagle, Justin's working on. Eagle app is what Matt is working on. Database connection. I started kind of working on it, but then I kind of stuck to this just to find Eagle. So we could probably have someone do that one, and then we also have to like do all the implementation of like HTTP URL connections and being able to do that as well. Does that make sense?
No,
Looks looks sweet.
Oh, hey Matt.
Hey.
So yeah, so if I go through and I run this, use number to select. So I do 1. It says, all right, what county are you in? And then this is the part I'm working on where I'm trying to set up my database, because we got to set up a database to run this on, but my XAMPP is broken. So I kind of haven't been able to do that part, but basically it's just going to come and it's going to go out and read using the model, the database connection. So we'll have a function in here maybe called get counties, and so then inside of the report eagle part that I'm working on, that class, we'll probably have one under here that says get eagle, and then it will pull all of the information for the different counties that we're going to populate here. And then it'll have a number next to it, so then the user will pick a number, so they pick 2, and it'll say, okay, what kind of eagle did you see? And then that will populate a list as well. You'll put a number, and then it will do when did you see it. I haven't set up that one yet because I want to work on kind of some information sanitizing, like if a user sends in something random. And then you say what size is the eagle, so if you do 1. That's kind of where we've gotten started with. So Matt, I don't know if you heard this part, but it sounds like from what we've gone over, this Eagle app.java is probably going to be our controller,
Yeah.
and these will be our views.
Okay.
So the only issue that I see so far, for example, is looking at my view here. It does this scanner. So what we're probably going to have to do is, like I was saying, when that deserialize whatever goes in, it's probably going to have to go to the controller, and then the controller calls the database, or however simple we want to make it. But basically, when a user enters something in here, it's going to call out to the controller, which is this one, and then go out to the model for the database connection.
Right.
So, kind of what we've done so far.
Cool.
Any questions, anyone?
Nope.
Maybe not so much as a question, but more of a, I don't know, maybe a statement.
Okay.
You know, I'm more than happy to work on it, but I just want you to know it probably will be wrong. So, like, I got the topics done, and I've been doing the coding topics, and I'm working on the diagrams for, you know, the simple diagrams, etc. But I don't know. I'm not super confident in my coding skills, but I'm more than happy to try. So.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. And you understand how to use GitHub and how to make sure you just push just your one, like if you push just this class instead of pushing the whole entire app. Because basically what we're doing is we're just going to assign people classes, and every person is going to work on that class. Or you're going to work on your own class, sorry.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So each of us works on our individual classes, and then that will be all included in the.
Yeah, and then we'll integrate it together.
Okay, perfect. I feel better about that. I don't want to mess anybody else's code up.
Well, and I mean, he kind of insinuated in his last post about this that I don't know that he really even expects us to actually be totally finished. I think we should be able to, but I mean, I think what we really need to be able to do is to speak to where if we don't, for example, let's say we don't get Hibernate built in and we don't have any of our options. I think being able to speak to where it goes and how we would need to set that up, but given time restraints or whatever, I have a feeling our presentation on this particular thing is going to be bigger than what we have completed. At least that's what I'm being told by people who have taken the class before. So I'm not saying don't complete it. I'm just saying do what you can, get code out. I mean, even if it's wrong, you know, make progress in coding, even if it doesn't function, so that you at least can show like at least the right direction instead of nothing, basically.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, Rachel said she's going to be late. So she's technically the bad person, the bad gal. So, yeah, I'm gonna kind of go over with her, just making sure that everyone is like. I think that she should go through and basically like not every day, but like every 3 days or so, just meet with a team member and say, hey, what have you been working on? That way she knows, because she needs to be updated on that if she's going to be the bad person. So I guess what questions do you guys have about anything? Matt, I know you've been working on some code. I haven't had time to read it. My wife actually had a blood clot today, so it's been a crazy day.
I don't really have any questions. I'm pretty good. I guess the only thing I was wondering is, and you kind of answered it, was if the start is at least okay, but it seems like it is given your progress. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just building this. My personal opinion, guys, is we get the basics. Like, for example, I was like, oh, then we could try to make buttons, and I'm like, no, let's just get the basics down and then add to it.
Yeah.
Get the app up and running. So, as well, I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna try to set up. Does everyone have XAMPP? This let's see. It's from the web backend development. This whole little setup thingy here, where you do this, and you start them up.
Yeah, you're not showing your screen anymore.
Oh, never mind. Let me show you again. All right. Do you guys have this thingy?
I do.
All right. What about Danny and?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't have that
I've
either.
never messed with that.
Oh man. Okay. Hopefully Rachel has this up. How would I explain that? Because we have to have something going to a database. And the only way we can do that, dang it. Well, actually, if you guys just mainly, so I don't know if you two have anything yet, because let's go over, I guess, some of our documentation that Matt put together. I go into our Google Drive. Bald Eagle app. Diagrams. All right. So here's some of the diagrams that Matt made. So as you can see, the user has exit, find eagle, and report eagle. So exit, report eagle, find eagle. All right. They enter information, find eagle, enter county and type, and then this is just the external, the database part. All right. Does everyone understand that diagram? Pretty simple.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. These are all the same. I believe this one is too. Oh, yeah. Use case document. So, Matt, you did a great job with these, by the way.
Thanks.
So that's the PDF version. So that's the Eagle use case. Here's the state diagram. As our introduction, our main menu. Like you said, the find eagle, the report eagle, or the getting out of here. And basically it just shows us how we're going to use this. So when we report an eagle, we're going to use hibernate to get into the database. Or if you find an eagle, select from the database using hibernate, and then it shows you the output. Any questions there?
No, not so far.
Okay. Eagle state, that's the same one. So this is the find eagle sequence diagram.
So he gave me some feedback on these, and
Okay.
he wanted. Actually, why don't you go ahead and I'll tell you. I'll bring it up because he wanted me to have a little bit more detail. I don't know. Let me just bring that up while you're talking. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Rachel.
Sorry.
I'm driving, but I wanted to listen.
Okay.
Okay.
So I know you guys have all been working on code, or either you haven't or you have not. It doesn't really matter. So inside of this team project, I created like everyone's little repositories. So for example, like here's mine, here's Dan's, here's Danny's. So do you guys know how to push your code up to the repository?
Is that hello?
Are you guys there, Dan and
Oh, yeah.
Rachel? Do you guys know how to push your code up to the GitHub underneath your folder, like if you were just to do your own?
Yeah.
Okay, because if you guys could do that, that would help, because what we can do is we can actually go through, like for example, if you went into my folder, and then you went into the Java app, and you went to my source, you can see kind of all of my different things that I've been working on. So here's my learning code. You come back here, you'll see here's my collections, my controllers, things I've been updating. You can kind of understand some of them. I've tried to really section them off so that you understand each one. So all you'd have to do is you'd come here into controller, and then you could just grab this and basically just run all of my classes and stuff for everything, all the topics we've been learning. So for example, mine, this is my own personal one, is this Java app. So I'll have in here like my main controller. And this controller works for all of these different class packages or source packages. So what happens is, like, if you go here, all you have to do to learn about all these different classes is I've just commented them out. So like you'll see this main class goes through and it calls out, you just uncomment that. Oh, that one's not working. I need to fix that one. Like, for example, this one. Oh, come on. Java app does exist. I don't know why that's pulling that up. Okay, I might have to fix that. But basically, you can go through and you can kind of see the code that I've been using. You can kind of just go through it, pull them up, and kind of learn from them. So you guys can do that as well if you'd like. But so if you push your code up into each of your folders, then we could go through and kind of learn from what you guys have coded as well. So
How did you create a folder on that repository?
how did I create a folder?
Is that just create new file or?
No, so you have to do let's see, in the video that I shared last week, I did it with Matt and with was it the other person was, I don't think he's on this call. Was it Miles? Danny, Matt, Rachel, Steven. It was Miles. Okay. So last week I worked with Miles and helping him understand how to push. So kind of you could do it the way Matt does it. So Matt would just come in here.
Hey, back up.
So you can't create folders from the web. But
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you just click Create File and put in the name of the folder up there, just anything, and then hit forward. Yeah, so hit Cancel because you're clearing the path. Leave page. Go back and create new file. You probably want to have a file ready to put in the folder, but yeah.
Oh my
See,
goodness.
and then you just don't go nuts. But yeah, there you go.
That's okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess you can do it that way. Yeah, it's easier because you have to like copy and paste it all if you want. You can do
You
that.
scared the crap out of me about clearing out the whole hub, so I can just copy and paste super fast doing this. So like you said, I put all my code in here, all the stuff I've been working on. This MVC folder is a fully functioning MVC example. It's got a few extra things that are kind of weird, like he has his main outside of the controller, and he also has a run MVC Java file as well. But anyway, that's what I've been doing with MVC, so you guys can see all that and look at it instead of having to dig up your own junk. So it's kind of handy.
Yeah, so you guys can do that. Did you find that file, Matt, that the teacher sent back to you?
Yeah, he just said the diagrams for sequencing look really good. He just wants a little more detail. I think that's probably for migrating. I think we're okay at least going off of them because I feel like whatever detail he's asking for, we already kind of understand, or we already kind of know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I misplaced. I need to go back because I misplaced the loop either on this one or the one before the other one of the two. The loop is misplaced, and so I need to adjust that. And this little, like the complete at the bottom, doesn't really actually tell the whole sequence because it's not complete. It actually goes back to the main menu when you're done.
Correct,
So
yeah.
stuff like that needs to be corrected and stuff. So, but just explaining the sequence diagrams, it's basically just the interaction between the user, the app, and the database, and what phase they interact, or what sequence of interactions they have. So it's still a pretty basic diagram, but he wants a little bit more detail, which I can see.
Okay.
But I think we're okay going off of it because we kind of understand the gist based on everything else.
Yeah. So looking at the Eagle app then, so as you guys can see here, we have kind of this set up already. I'm going to try to...
Do you want to just switch those and...
Yeah, I'm going to rename it right now. Is it refactor?
Yeah, refactor. Because all that does, you know what refactoring does, right?
Nope.
Yeah, all refactoring does is it goes into each of your Java files and it changes your package names.
Oh, really?
So that they don't break the file, because you have your package name hard-coded in your file.
Oh, I do? And this one,
Everybody does. Like in mine, Eagle app is hard-coded in mine. Like if you scroll down, well, there's that's in Find Eagle, but if you go into like Eagle app and scroll up, you can see that I've got
Oh, the package
right up
Eagle
there
app.
package. Yeah, and maybe that's just because I did that, but so that should change to.
Oh no, it's right here. Package view.
Yeah, we should change that to, or refactoring changes that though. So it used
Yeah.
to say controller, now it says view.
Yeah. Correct. So
So do we want to rename Eagle app to controller
yeah, let's just do it for the heck of it, for
as well,
sakes.
and then push this?
Yep. So I'm gonna go get. Have you been working on anything, Matt?
No, you're okay to push over top. I haven't done anything since I committed
Yeah.
last.
Oh, you don't have.
Did you hear me? You're breaking up a lot.
Oh, okay. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I just saying I haven't committed anything since the last time I did on Monday or Tuesday, I think it was. So you should be good.
Okay, so I'm gonna do.
I just committed. I moved all of my personal examples into this group repository, into my folder. You may want to pull those first.
So if you're only committing our app folder, you should be good. You shouldn't overwrite his folder.
It is.
Man, nice. All right, so get.
I just copied over all the stuff I'd already done.
Sweet.
I'm just gonna do everything except for the view, just because I know that Miles isn't on here. I don't know if he's done anything. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh well. Oh, yeah, you said that. Git pull.
Yeah, that's why you
Sorry.
need to do the pull before you push.
Ooh, please commit. Enter commit.
You blow this up and you're done.
I know I don't want to.
I'm just kidding.
I'm kind of scared to do this now.
Aren't you able to just do just a separate folder instead of the whole thing?
Yeah, but because he had. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, git. Let's see if this worked. All right, it worked.
Cool.
Eagle app, source. All right, there we
Cool.
go.
Right on.
But my model didn't get pushed for some reason. Oh, because we didn't change anything in the model. Wait, yes, we did.
No, we
we
didn't.
didn't.
It was
Okay.
model. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Eagle app, source. So, I think let's see. Let me pull up our notes. Oh, they're already here. Alright, so topics. So, Java collection is obviously something that within each kind of view, everyone can kind of create their own Java collection, whichever one they want to do. So that kind of makes sense. We just had to implement some of these topics. So, Hibernate. Rachel, are you still on? No, maybe so.
She's
Can you
still
hear me? Or are
here.
you still driving? All right. Well, I'll wait till she gets back. So I know. Oh, I'm in here. I need to go to our.
I'm listening. Sorry.
I know you're good.
So, what were you asking me?
So I was just gonna say, so on our sign-up sheet.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's the right one. Okay, I didn't understand this one yet. Sorry, Matt. I haven't gone through that one yet. And then, all right. So in our topics, we're each going to sign up for one. So it looks like everyone was going to sign up, if I understood correctly, for one of the, I guess from here to here, 1 through 6 are kind of the, how to describe it, the actual coding topics, and then 7 through 15 are more of just the creating diagrams and stuff. So everyone was just going to sign up. Can you guys all get
Nine to be
to?
included in that.
Oh, you're not on this?
I was just saying that 9 could be counted as one of the coding topics, the sockets.
Yeah.
9?
Yeah. Finding server
Yeah.
sockets.
Oh, that's
For
what we're going
coding.
to do?
No, he's just saying for coding topics,
Oh.
9 would really be
That
part
one
of
fits
coding.
more. I mean, I can see how MVC and application controller are different, but sockets
Okay.
more in with the rest of them.
Okay. So yeah, so if we just want to have everyone just sign up on here, can everyone get to this, our group folder on Google Docs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
So I think what the assignment should be for this week, one of them should be actually filling out this document. So for example, I kind of started, I haven't even done this, but I think that's something probably we should do by Saturday. And then maybe we can assign more, we can create more either parts of the apps, because, so I have this one I'm doing. The controller is kind of it needs to be multiple people, like in sections, kind of. Wouldn't you think so, Matt?
Yeah, I do.
So, what do you guys want to do going forward? I mean, we have 4 weeks left. My
Well,
opinion is I would love to just finish all the basics by next week, in the end. Because if everyone were to spend like a few hours just learning your part, then we could just integrate it the third week and then finalize it the fourth week. So what are your guys' thoughts?
so I actually think we only have 3 weeks left.
So,
Because the last week, to report anyway, to present this project. I'm not saying the whole semester, I just mean presenting.
so it's the 8th.
Yeah, so... Crap, I'm losing you.
I just didn't hear you. I was just going to say, just say that again.
I was just saying, I think we only have 3 weeks before we have to present.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and then we present. It's supposed to be done by the 18th, correct? Or is the 5th? Oh, it's 15th, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was the 15th.
Yeah.
Even still, it's like 3.5 weeks. So, yeah.
So we're going based off of topics, that sign-up sheet, right? Is that what we're doing? Sorry.
Yeah, kind of in a way we are, but at the same time we're also each doing like a separate class. But there's not going to be enough. We don't really have that many classes we have to do. It's just basically the report eagle, find eagle, and then just the controller, which is its own class, and then the database connection, which is its own class. I mean, we could do the hibernate as its own class. So if I were to come in here, I think the hibernate would be a model, wouldn't you guys say? No, maybe so. Am I breaking up with everyone?
Nah, I hear you. Yeah. I'm not sure. But I'll go with that.
So hibernate is what gets us over to the database from our application. So I'm just going to put that in there. So is there someone that wants this to work specifically on hibernate? I guess those who aren't assigned to topics yet. Rachel, did you want to do the URL connection?
Yeah, I just picked it because I wasn't sure, like, if that time I didn't watch the video, so I wasn't sure if like someone chose it. So I just put my name on something.
Okay. What
Totally
would
do that.
say that again?
I can totally do that. Yeah.
Okay. So I just put that inside of this folder, and I will name it to you. So I guess the two, let's see, Danny or Steven, would either one of you want to focus on the hibernate?
Oh, my level of skill with hibernate is very, very bad, but I mean, I'm willing to give it a try.
Okay. That's the best we can do, and I can help you out with that too. So, Steven. Okay. So then, I guess, let's see. Danny, would you want to work with Matt on the controller?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So, I think like looking at this is most of the things that we had to do. So, for example, sockets and ports, that's going to deal with the database connection. Like we're going to have to know the right sockets and ports and stuff to get into the database. So I'm not sure that's really so much. I don't see that much as a coding topic, unless I'm totally wrong. That's what I've understood that we're supposed to study about sockets and ports. Is anyone understood differently? Nope. Okay. So I guess the only one I have a question about is the HTTP URL connection that Rachel's going to do. I mean, what do you guys want to see? Because we have this bald eagle brainstorming presentation that basically just does like the GUI of what it's going to be like. So if you can see here, basically comes through and says, here's our app, welcome to the app, here's our menu, report an eagle, what county are you in, does all this stuff. So I may be even thinking maybe we should add another, I just don't know what we're going to do with the HTTP URL connection. I mean, what we could do is if we were to insert into a database along with, does anyone know JSON?
I know a little bit.
Okay.
Probably not enough.
No, that's okay. Trying to think if we could. So this, let me pull up JSON. So this is JSON right here. So can everyone see this line that I have highlighted?
Yeah.
So what this does is if I click on this file and I click run it, because it's an HTML file, so we'll just run in the web browser, it does this. So I'm going to go back to here. So you can see this is a JSON thing. So name is John Johnson, street is also, and phone is that number. In the web, it doesn't show the name or the street or the phone, but it does show the person. So I'm thinking what we could do is we could do on the eagle part to eagle, or what, I don't know, the brands of eagles within our application. Sorry, let me go back over to our application. So maybe what we could do, and this is my only idea, is it says right here, what kind of eagle did you see? We could have it to where the user would see like 1 bald eagle, and then a 2, whatever, and then right here we could I know we could easily do this. We could put a button or something that basically goes out and brings in some kind of picture or takes you to the web, to a web page that shows you more about that eagle.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
that's the only thing I could think of that we can make it super simple.
And did you want me to do it kind of like that in that example with that code? So like, kind of like
On here?
Yeah. Yeah, except it would kind of be like an array-ish.
Yeah, so basically you just have to have it in there, or maybe we don't even need a button. We could instead of when it prints out like right here, usually you can enter a number or something and then press enter and it'll go to the next thing. Maybe it has an option where this is actually a hyperlink when it prints them all out, like all the different kinds of eagles. So you just click on that and then it takes you to the web.
Okay.
So that was my idea. That's the only thing I could think of for HTTP.
I think that's a good idea because I was trying to think like what
Yeah, I like that.
connect.
That's a good way to work it in.
So yeah, that's the only way I could think of it. So if we could do that, I don't know. The only other person we have left is Dan, because Miles is working on Find Eagle. I got Report Eagle. And so, for example,
So what is Justin working on?
Justin. I forget how many people in our group.
Yeah.
All right, Dustin is. That's a great question. I haven't even seen him. Was he on last week, Matt? Are you there, Matt?
Matt isn't here.
Oh, he isn't?
He's not in this call.
Oh man, he
Or he
left.
left at some point.
Okay. What am I thinking? Dustin. I have one for 360 on here somewhere.
I think he was because I watched a little bit of the video from last week.
Oh yeah, because we have 8 people. Or no, 7. Steven, Rachel, Miles, Matt.
Just
Oh, we don't have a Dust. Oh, Justin. Okay, so Justin is working on. Yeah, okay, sorry. I got that mixed up. It's not Miles, it's Justin that's working on Find Eagle.
Okay.
Okay, so it's Miles. I don't remember. I've never even talked to Miles. I mean, I have probably, but
Is he still in our group? I don't think so.
I don't know.
yeah. I know he was here at least some of our meetings a while ago. I haven't seen him in a while though.
Oh, that's bad. I never noticed. Wow. Okay. Then I'll follow up with Justin and Dan
Okay.
since we didn't see him. I just wasn't sure who was attending. I knew Justin was
Oh,
there.
hey, look at this. Annoy people and they'll actually respond. Um, and I just want to like spaz. Sometimes people just be like dot 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 dot. Let's see if you can jump on real quick. I think that if we want, since he's not here, let's just assign him to database with. Wait, who's doing database? Did I have that as Hibernate Steven? Oh, Hibernate. Okay, Steven's gonna do Hibernate. That's kind of the same as database, but all right, I'll throw him on. I'll work on database stuff. I'll try to figure that out and get mine set up. So Steven and Miles. Is that okay, Miles? Or Steven?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Oh my goodness. Okay.
And Dan, you assigned him to what?
Dan or Danny.
I think it's Dan Hively. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what he signed up for either. Um,
Well, what do we have left?
let's put Dan on database for now.
Okay.
Are you writing all this down?
Just for Justin and Dan Hively, just because they didn't show up,
Okay.
so I
Yeah.
can like touch base with them on their code.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, I think. What are you guys' thoughts about meeting on Tuesday?
Meeting on Tuesday?
Yeah, can you guys meet on Tuesday? Maybe like around 6:30.
That's a lot better. I can do that.
Yeah, Tuesdays will work better for me too.
Tuesday should work for me. I'm just double checking.
So sorry, you're breaking up.
Tuesday will work for me.
Okay. So if we plan on Tuesday at 6:30 then next week, and if everyone can kind of get like most of their code up and running, then we can start figuring out and putting it all together. Does that work for everyone?
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
All right then. So everyone has your assignments. If you have questions about anything, let us know. Let me, Matt, Rachel, or anyone. Just talk to anyone. Yeah, basically, if you stick to your topic, it should be pretty simple. Just kind of study that, and then for all of us that are working on views, I guess, kind of we got to understand. So if you guys can push up your code, if you have questions with pushing up code, like just your one simple code in the GitHub. So for example, coming here, it would be super useful if everyone could come into the source. If you're not comfortable with doing the whole push or whatever, just come in here, open your file or whatever, copy and paste your code, and then be done with it. Just so that, for example, if you guys are doing database connections and you're working on a database and then you've got it up and going, we need to know over here how that works, what function we need to call, and kind of what things we need to put into it. So, for example, like if I'm doing the report eagle class right here at some point, I need to print out the countries from the database using some deserialization or something. So when it prints it out, I need to be able to say, okay, right here I need to run the model dot whatever database connection class, and then whichever class you guys have defined in here. So like if you create a class called get the counties, get county, and then that way this will relate over here, and then it'll put it into here, and I could maybe just put that in an array, whatever. So does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I will go ahead and push all of these changes that I made with everyone's kind of things on here. If you have any questions, let us know, and then we'll plan on meeting Tuesday at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. Sound good?
Yep. See you then.
Yep, sounds
All
good.
right. If you have any questions, send me an email or text or something. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.